Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got a 10-game NBA slate to go over for you guys. So we get a big slate here for Tuesday, December 29th. Let's go over a recap of yesterday's games. We went 4-1. Thank you to Memphis, which we got them at +4. That went all the way down to a pick'em at one point, and I believe it swung all the way to Memphis -2 or -3 against Brooklyn with KD, Kyrie, and Dinwiddie out last night, and they end up winning in overtime. So we also hit the money line as well. I hit that at +190. I think it was +155 when I recorded the video. So Memphis was a good bet last night. Detroit +10. They barely covered at the end there, but that was another one where I thought the Hawks were a little bit too high on the power rankings according to Vegas, and Detroit was able to cover that spread. OKC actually led for most of the game as a 9-point dog before the Jazz won the game at the end of the game by 1 point. Denver took care of the Rockets last night. I think they won by 15 to 20 points. I don't remember the exact score there. And then the Lakers did not come through for us at -3. They lost by, I think, 15 points or so. But we went 4-1 last night. And over the last 2 days, we have now gone 11-2. And for the season, we are 26-16, hitting at 62%. So we are absolutely killing it so far in the NBA. So let's continue this streak and let's go into today's games. First, we are starting a 7:05 game between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. We saw this matchup 2 nights ago, and the Pacers cashed for us. And today we're going to the exact same place here. I'm taking the Indiana Pacers to knock off the Celtics tonight. My model has them winning by 5.2 points, creating 4.2 points of value on this line. So our first play of the day here is the Indiana Pacers -1 versus the Boston Celtics. Next, we have the Chicago Bulls heading to Washington. Wow, I can't speak right now. It's a 6.5 point spread, -260 for Washington, +220 for the Bulls. And the Bulls have looked bad this year, blowout losses, and I think all 3 of their games. And I think that's kind of going to be par to the course here for tonight, as Washington, I think, is going to take care of business here. My model has them winning by 13.1 points, creating a solid 6.6 points of value on this line. It is one of the highest of the slate. So Washington is going to be a 2-unit bet for me tonight at -6.5, as I see a lot of an edge for that game. Next, we get the Golden State Warriors heading to Detroit to play the Pistons. It is a 4.5 point spread, -182 for the Warriors, +162 for the Pistons. And this is another one where we're going to be taking a favorite here. 3 favorites to start the day. We're taking the Golden State Warriors -4.5. My model has them winning by 7.6 points, creating 3.1 points of value on that line. So Golden State, we're looking for a little bit of a bounce back here against a not very good Detroit Pistons team that played last night and was able to cover their spread at a +10. But we're taking Golden State here -4.5. Next, we get the Toronto Raptors heading to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers at home. And if there's one thing we know about Philadelphia, is they're terrible on the road, but they're amazing at home. And I see no difference here tonight. We'll be taking them the -1.5 points. My model has them winning by 7, creating a solid 5.5 points of value on that line. So the Philadelphia 76ers look to be a great play tonight at home against Toronto. Next, we get the New York Knicks taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers have looked really good this year. They're 3-0 with wins against the Pistons, the Hornets. I forgot who else they beat. But they are hosting the New York Knicks tonight, and they are 3-point favorites, -145, run back up +125. And this is a game where this is our first dog pick of the day. We're going to be taking the New York Knicks +3 and that +125 money line. I got them at +135 earlier and +3.5, I believe. So this line, there has been a little bit of mixed money. My model has them winning by 2.4 points. So we're getting 2.4 points of value on a +125 line, and we're getting 5.4 points of value on that +3 line. So the New York Knicks are looking like a great play today, and definitely a team I'm looking to bet both the money line and the spread for tonight. Next, we get the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Miami Heat. It is a 5.5 point spread, minus 215 for the Bucks, plus 185 for the Heat. And this is another one where we're going to be taking the dog here. This is the lowest value play of the day, though, as we have the Heat winning by, or the Bucks winning by 2.5 points, creating only 3 points of value on this line, which is our lowest on the slate, but still something I'm probably going to be betting. Uh, at this point of the season, there's edges on all these lines, so I'm going to have bets on all these games tonight. But as the season gets along, we are going to become more selective with our bets as these lines start to sharpen up. But these are not sharp lines right now, so we are going to be taking the Miami Heat here plus 5.5 with that 3 points of value on that line. Next, we get the Orlando Magic taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder looked really good last night against the Jazz until they lost the lead at the end. They were leading for most of that game. The Orlando Magic have looked good this year. They've beaten teams like the Heat. But my model has this game, the Orlando Magic winning by 9.9 points, creating 3.4 points of value on this line. So we're going to be taking the Orlando Magic here, minus 6.5 against the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Next, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 10.5 point spread, minus 600 for the Clippers, plus 460 for the T-Wolves. And this Clippers team looked horrible the last time they played on Sunday. They lost by 51 points. So this could be an interesting bounce back spot for them, but I don't see them covering a 10.5 point spread here. Give me the T-Wolves here at plus 10.5. My model has the Clippers winning by 7.1 points, which creates 3.4 points of value on this line for the T-Wolves that we are going to be taking here. So this should be a interesting game tonight here at 10 o'clock. I think the Clippers win, but I think the T-Wolves cover that 10.5 point spread. Next, we have the New Orleans Pelicans heading to Phoenix to take on the Suns, and the Suns have looked pretty good this year. They're going to be a fun team to watch this year with Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul. They are 2.5 point favorites here, minus 140, run back of plus 120 for the Pelicans. And this should be a fun game. My pick here is the Suns at minus 2.5. My model has them winning by 7.5 points, creating 5 points of value on this line. So the Suns are a team I'm looking to definitely bet here tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans. And finally, here we have a 10:05 game between the Denver Nuggets and the Sacramento Kings. It is a 2 point spread, minus 133, run back of plus 113 for the Kings. My model has the Nuggets winning by 7.8 points here tonight, creating 5.8 points of value on this line for the Denver Nuggets. So we're going to be taking the minus 2 line here, and this has potential for probably a 1.5 bet, but definitely a bet we're looking to make. So let's quickly go over our action for tonight's games as we got the Indiana Pacers beating the Boston Celtics. We have Washington covering a 6.5 point spread against the Bulls, 4.5 point spread cover for the Golden State Warriors. We have the Sixers at home, minus 1.5. The Knicks on the road in Cleveland, plus 3 and the money line. Miami, plus 5.5. Orlando, minus 6.5. The Minnesota Timberwolves, plus 10.5. Suns, minus 2.5. And the Denver Nuggets, minus 2. That should just about do it for this video. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified every single time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that is going to just about do it for this video. Oh, my bad. We have tons of content that we are posting daily content for. Plenty of sports between the NFL, college basketball, college football, UFC, esports, NBA, WNBA, NHL, MLB. So we are going to have tons of content on this channel, and we are going to be producing daily sports betting content. So please be sure you're subscribed so you guys know whenever we come out with a video here. But that should do it for this video. And thank you guys for watching. Let's cast some bets tonight, and let's have another great night and try to make it 3 nights in a row. Hopefully we can sweep the board tonight, but that would be great. But that's going to do it for this video. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.